In the last class, we were discussing about the group by about the order by clause. Okay, so in this class, just we are continuing from that, and then we were starting with the new other topics. Okay, so in the last class, we have seen order by clause. So I'm just starting again it, है ना? And then continuing from the other topic. Okay, so the order by clause basically used to sort a given table or data, whatever data we are displaying, that you can display in a sorted order. Okay, so as you want to specify here descending order, then it will sort the in descending order according to the marks, or whatever the order you want to show. If you want to show in ascending order, then there is a no need to specify a descending order. Okay, okay, by default the sorted order is ascending order. You can directly use select name from student order by marks. So the first, the table student will be selected, then order, and then select name will be selected, and then order by clause will be executed on the marks table. So according to the marks, the name will be displayed. Okay, you can also use alias. The uh, alias basically used uh, to display a column with some other name, like original column value is with the name, marks, and some else, है ना? You want to display this name with some other name. Okay, and that you can give by using alias, है ना, during the displaying or during the retrieving of the information. So here you can see what we are doing here. We are retrieving the name of the students. Okay, and then their marks, and then we are performing the addition of 10. It means we are updating, or we are increasing the marks with 10. Okay, so according to this 10, the 10 value will be added to each tuple of the table. Okay, and then the whole column will be displayed with the new name, like new marks. Okay, so this is, here we have used as. So as is basically we are displaying this marks plus 10 as a new marks. So new table will be displayed, whatever the result table will be displayed like name and the new marks. So second column will be new marks. And if you are not writing these things here, then in that case the result will be in the form of name, and then here the next column will be displayed in the form of marks plus 10. Okay, so you can use this as for aliasing. Okay, that is called aliasing. Here you can create the aliasing for the columns. Okay, similarly you can also sort the column with multi or sort the table using the multiple columns, where you can specify only here we are specifying only one column value or one attributes, but here you can specify the multiple attributes. Like here you can see select name from student order by name and marks. So here you can see marks we have specified first, and the name we have specified second. So in that case, first the sorting will be happen on that based on marks, and then second it will happen based on the name. If marks of two students are equal, then the name, according to the alphabetical order, the name which is appear in the first in alphabetical order, that will be displayed first. Like if I'm writing Amit having a 40 mark, similarly Ajay having a 40 marks. So here marks are same. Then in that case, name will be compared. So here you can see Ajay will be appear in alphabetically order first before the Amit. So Ajay 40 and then Amit 40. This will be the order of the display. Okay. So here you can use multiple columns to order the result. Okay. So that you can use. Apart from the order, you can also use limit and offset. So limit and offset basically set the limit, what how many number of rows that you want to display. Okay, offset set the counting or skipping, how many rows you want to skip. Like suppose we are having a roll number of a student 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, and then we are having a name, and then we are having a marks in sorted order according to the order or number you can assume. Okay, name we are having, and then we are having marks. Okay, these are the in sorted order you can assume na? So now if I want to show the only three student, top three student, so you can show with the limit. Similarly you want to show the last five students, it means you have to count from here to here. Okay, last 5 students matlab it means in all these, on all these details or all these rows you want to skip starting rows है ना. So how many rows you want to skip, so that you can specify with the offset, and how many rows you want to display, that you can specify with the limit. So limit 10 basically shows the 10 rows that are matching the select criteria. Offset is used along with the limit, and both these limit and offset you can use with the order by. Limit you can use without order by, but offset it must be used along with the limit and order by clause. Independent offset cannot be used, but limit you can use without order by or offset. Okay, so limit, just limit the number of, display the number of rows according to the limit specified. Okay, so syntax is given here. Here you can see. So the example here you can see, this is an original table. Okay, so in this original table 1 2 3 4 5 6, so 6 are the rows are there. Okay, okay, so you want to show the student, top 2 students, then you can directly show by sorting this sorting this table. So sorting will happen based on this order by clause. So here we are sorting according to the SID, student ID. So here you can see order by SID and limit 2. It means first 2 student will be displayed, so the result of these 2 student will be displayed here. Okay, so that is given here. Now you can sort this table based on the ascending order or descending order. So here we have sorted it in descending order. Default order is ascending. Here we have specified descending, so it will be sorted descending order according to the SID. So how the rows will be appear? 106, 105, 104, 104. Okay, and 2 and 1. This will be the order. Okay, according to the name and other information will be appear. Now here we are specifying limit 3. So it means only 3 rows will be displayed. So which 3 rows displayed? It is defined by the offset. Offset 2, it means we have to skip first 2 rows. So skip these 2 rows. First 2 rows it will be skipped through the offset. First skip first 2, skip first 2 rows. Okay, first 2 rows skip. Okay, here, and then rest are displayed from here till 3. So limit is 3, so only 3 rows are, the total 4 rows are there, so we have to display only 3. So 3 will be happen here till here. Okay, so these 3 rows will be displayed. So here this is the result, you can see. Okay, so this is a use of limit and offset. Okay, you can use easily. Is it okay? Okay, so here if you have any query, then please ask me. Anyone, please, any query? Jatin, Taru, Priyesh?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. So now after this we are starting with the new topic. Okay, that is just from the previous time that we have left. Okay, now we are starting with the new topic. Okay, and then we are going to cover a new more on the SQL. Okay, so now you can see you have learned how to use select statement, where statement, and order by clause that you have seen. Now you can see more. There are several SQL inbuilt functions are there that you can utilize to perform several manipulations on the table, and then we will study group by clause. So this is the syllabus till here. This is the syllabus of the quiz exam. Okay, so we are trying to cover few of them, and then we will see in the next class whatever we will be able to cover. Okay, so in this we will be going to cover first SQL functions. Okay, so SQL functions are very powerful feature of the SQL that can be used to perform the calculation of the data, or modifying individual data item, manipulating and converting column data type. All these things you can do with the SQL functions. Whenever you are going to use SQL function, they will take one argument, and then according to that argument they will return some value. Okay, so type of SQL, there are 4 basic type of SQL functions: aggregate function, numeric function, string function, and date function. Okay, in today's class we will be going to cover only aggregate function, and numeric string and date function we will cover on the next class. Okay, or you may see in the lab session, during the lab session you may also see this numeric function and string function and date function. Okay, so lab instructor or lab faculty will introduce about these functions. Okay, so we are starting with the aggregate function. Aggregate function is also called as a group functions. Okay, so these functions basically operate on the set of rows, not a individual rows. Keep in mind that these functions basically operate on the set of rows. Set of rows means if you want to perform any operation on this whole column means there are all the rows. Okay, so all the rows we are covering here in this column. Okay, so you want to perform a maximum operation. Maximum operation matlab you want to identify the maximum salary of an employee. So here in this row, in this column, you can see that different values are there. So which is the maximum value that you want to retrieve from this column? So you can apply this max function directly. So this function basically operate on this whole column with multiple rows. Okay, and the maximum value will be retrieved by this max function. Similarly, there are other aggregate function like sum, average, max, min, count, standard deviation, variance. All these functions you can utilize to compute a common value from a column or on the multiple set or on the multiple rows. Okay, so here keep in mind that average, sum, variance, standard deviation. So these functions basically operate on the hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you can utilize the group by aggregate function on the column. Okay, there you have to take care that whenever you are applying a aggregate function or group function on the table, so you can specify a column and then in the bracket, and then you can apply here aggregate function. So whenever you are using aggregate function, so take also it should be noted that these functions only can be used on the numeric data type. Rest you can use on other data types. Okay, as group by we are not using, so group by we will see later, but currently we will see with select from where and order by. Okay, so how we will apply this function and what will be the result on applying that on a example table. So we can consider this table as an example, and then we are seeing example of for each functions. Okay, so here first function is sum. You can apply this sum function to compute the sum of any column values. Okay, so you can see what will be the result for these queries, like select sum. So it will compute the sum of the salary. So here all the data in this column will be considered. Okay, and then some of these values will be computed. So here you can see the sum of these values will be 21,500. So it will be displayed here as a sum. Okay, so sum will be 21,500. Okay, from the employee table. Okay, here you can see whatever the name that you have specified here, some salary, that is will be displayed in the result. You can rename it like by writing query select sum of salary. Okay, as by aliasing, this is aliasing total salary or total salary you can write total salary from employee. Okay, in this case the result will be visible like that. You can see here it is written total salary instead of some salary. Is it okay now? And then here value will be specified. Okay now? So you can use this as or alias to rename any column. You can display according to whatever the convenience you want to write. Okay, according to your convenience you can write. Okay, similarly you can use here sum for on the commission. So total commission you can see 500 plus 700, that is total 1200. Okay, here you can see some value ignores the null values. Null values means for these column, for these values there is a no value is provided. So here we are assuming this is a null value. So null value is ignored with the sum value. Okay, if you are going to compute the sum on the ename, then it will show an error as ename is a correct varchar type data type. So you cannot apply. You can apply on the numeric type. It is a string. Okay, you can use average. Similarly, average in order to compute the average salary. So this is average salary will be computed total number of rows, total salary divided by the total number of rows. But here you can see total commission will be 1200. Okay, so how many rows are there? How many rows are there? 6. If you are going to divide this with 6, then 200 should be the average. But here you can see we are getting 600. Why? As average function ignores the null value. So this rows and this rows and this row and this row will be ignored. So only 2 row will be visible to this function. So you will get 1200 divided by 2. So you will get 600 as a result. Okay, that's why you are getting 600 as a result. Okay, if you are applying average on the ename, then you cannot apply it as it is applicable on the numeric data type. Is it okay? Now you can see max. Max function just identify the maximum of n value. So here you can apply. So similarly, this also ignores the maximum value, or this also ignores the null values. Okay, so now you want to identify the maximum salary in the given set. So you can directly apply max salary from employees. Max salary will be 5,000. So 5,000 is the maximum value. So one value will be written here. Okay, maximum commission, so 700. So 700 will be written here. Max you can apply max, min, and these function you can apply on the character value also. So it will return the maximum name. So like here you can see Ramesh, Ajay. So it will first compare the first letter. Okay, so first letter is large, or first ASCII value of first letter of the Suresh name will be high in comparison to the other. So Suresh will be considered as a maximum name. Okay, so that's why we are getting Suresh here. As a max functions operate on the both numeric and character value. Okay, when applied on the character value, this function compare the ASCII code. Is it okay? अगर यहाँ पे मैं small letter में लिख देता Ajay, then Ajay will be the first answer, as a small a will having a 97 ASCII value, whereas other capital letter having a value less than the 90. Okay, 92 है ना? Is it okay ना? Okay, ये clear है?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay, similarly you can utilize minimum salary, minimum commission, and minimum ename. Okay, both you can utilize. Next, count. Count basically count the number of rows, है ना? It count all rows including duplicate and rows with null values, and it will not ignore the null value. So whenever you are going to count the number of rows in a table, then you can directly use this count function. So how you will be going to use? You can use count asterisk, count expression, and count distinct. So there are 3 variants of the count function. Whenever you want to count the number of rows, that rows containing null values or any other value, whatever, so in that case you can use count asterisk, that will include the null values also, or it will count all the rows. You can specify the specific column that you want to count, then in that case you can specify that column value. It return the number of non-null values. In this case, null value will be ignores. Okay, in this case. But in this case, distinct. In this case, suppose you are going to count the name, or you are going to count the non-null value in the case of commission. So count commission. If I write here count asterisk, so it will return 6. If I write count commission, So in this case, it will return 2. If I write here, if I write third one, count distinct, like count and distinct. So a distinct keyword basically used to count distinct value, distinct. And if I write here ename, if I write here ename, then what will be the answer? Ename, here you can see 6 are the ename, but Ravi and Ravi are the redundant, so only 5 will be written by this. Okay, if you count ename, then in this case you will get 6 as answer. Is it okay? So these are the 3 example you can see. Count asterisk from employee, so you will get 6 as a result. So total number of rows will be counted. If you are counting total name, so in this column the count will be running. Okay, so in this column you are going to count 1 2 3 4 5 6, so 6 row will be found. And count distinct, if you are applying, so count distinct on ename, then in this case Ravi, one Ravi will be eliminated, it is a redundant, so only 5 we are getting. Count commission you are getting, going to count, then in this case you will get 2. Is it okay? So this is example of the count. Next you can see standard deviation is on variance, that you can compute the standard deviation and variance of n numbers. These both these function basically ignores the null values, so you have to take this is the same with sum or average, or you can directly compute the standard deviation and the variance of the column values. Okay, so according to the salary we are computing the standard deviation and variance. Okay na? Okay, so here if you have any query, then please ask in any aggregate function. Anyone please, कोई query है?
काउंट वाले में था,
बताओ।
सर जो काउंट कमीशन है उसमें वो नल रोज को काउंट नहीं करेगा?
नहीं, ये काउंट कमीशन है, then here if null is exist, then null is ignored. This is a third case. The second case, it returns the number of non null values. Okay.
Okay sir.
Okay, so in this case that's why you are getting na 2 here. Non null, it is a null, so that's why it is eliminated. It is a null, it is a null, it is null, so that's why we are getting 2. Okay, okay na? Any other query? Okay, so sometimes you don't want to skip the null values. Like if you are going to compute the average, in this case you are getting default average, you are getting what you are getting, commission पे average क्या मिल रहा था हमको, default it is 600, but you want to count the null value, so you can use NVL function with the group function. You can use NVL, so NVL function forces the group functions to include the null values. Okay, so you can do it by writing NVL. Okay, so like here we are computing average commission, so in this case we are getting 600. Okay, but here if I count the NVL commission, so null value will be eliminated. Okay, so null value will be eliminated, so then in this case we are getting 200 as the result. So here null value will not be avoided and null value will be counted. So total 600 6 rows will be counted, and total 1200 value will be divided with the 6. Okay, so then we are getting 200 as it. So that's why we are getting 200 as average. Is it okay? Yes.
Yes sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, so now next topic is creating group. Sometimes you want to create the group of the data. Like in the previous case we have seen, we want to group or rows in a specific or according to the marks. Suppose there are list of students, list of departments, whatever you can have, and you want to create the groups. Like you want to identify the students of a particular group. Like in your class there are 8 groups, है ना? You want to identify the students of ENC 3 batch or ENC 4 batch, so you can identify by creating the group of the data. Okay, so how we can create the group of data, that we have to see in the in this next session. Okay, so here you can see department ID is 10, department ID 20. Now we want to group the salary according to the department ID. So department ID 10, so department ID 10 contain only one salary, so we have represented here. Department ID 20 contain 2 salaries, salaries of 2 employees, so there we have represented. Like here in the department number 50, there are multiple employees, so we have represented different salary. And similarly in department 60. Now, if you want to identify the department whose average salary is maximum, how you can identify? Then you have to compute the average on the group. Where you have to compute? You have to compute the average on the group. Okay, so average of these two, average of this one, average of this group, and average of this group, and average of this group, average of this group, like that, है ना? Then the average of then we have to check which group having a maximum average. Then we can identify that 50 is having a maximum average, or 60 is having a maximum average, or 80 is having a maximum average. Based on that, we can identify the department which is having a maximum average salary. Is it okay? So this kind of query you can solve by you creating a group and applying the aggregate function. So here you can see we are identifying average salary of each department. If I ask you to identify the average salary of each department, so you can see average salary of 10 department, this is this one. Average salary of 20, this is this one. Average salary of 50, this is this one. Average salary of 6, this one. So here now you can easily identify the maximum salary in which department is obtaining maximum average salary. Okay, so you can easily identify here, है ना? Is it okay? So like here you can see this is having 19,000, so it is having maximum average salary, maximum average salary. Okay, so this department is having maximum average salary, so you can return this way. So how you can use these groups and how you can write query, so we have to see. So in order to group these rows, you can use group by clause. So how this group by clause will be used, on how we can specify syntax. So you can see, first we have to specify select that column that you want to retrieve. Okay, now you can specify from which table you want to retrieve the data, and then you can specify the where clause of condition, that which row you want to eliminate or which row you want to select. And then based on the criteria, or you can specify here the criteria. Based on the specified criteria, you can group the columns. So group by, and then here you can mention the column or expression. Based on this expression or column, your rows will be grouped. Like in the previous example we have seen, we have grouped the rows based on the department ID. Okay, now you can sort the, or you can display the result in the sorted way. According to that, here you can specify the column. Okay, so you can divide the rows using the group by clause. You can divide the, or you can group the rows according to the group by clause. Okay, or using the group by clause. Okay, so now whenever you are going to use the group by clause, it should be noted that along with the group by clause, you need to use aggregate function to identify the values on the group. Okay, so you can use in a particular group, if you want to identify the specific value, then you can use, or if you want to perform some computation on that group, then in order to perform some computation, you can use aggregate functions. Okay, now it is mandatory all columns in the select list, whatever the list we are specifying here. Okay, lists that are not in a group functions. Here some column list having a group function, and some column list we are not having a group function. So the list that are not in the group function, it means here this column is, we are not specifying any group function, must be in the group by clause. So that column must be in the group by clause. Okay, and the other column from the select list should have column which are single valued per group. Therefore either constant or aggregate function must be applied on the other columns. Okay, so these two things you have to remember. First is mandatory. Okay, so whenever you are applying group by clause, you have to take whatever the group by clause, whatever the column you are specifying, that will be a part of the select list. Okay, so you can see the example of the group by clause here, and other part along with the group by clause. एक चीज और है, group by clause you are specifying where condition. So where condition is just used to eliminate the rows before dividing the group. So first this part will be executed. So when we are executing this query, so first table will be selected. from this table some rows will be eliminated. So second, this where clause will be executed. Okay, okay na. Third, the group will be created. Okay, now from this group you can perform order by clause, or you can perform the aggregate function. So aggregate function based specified in the select list, that will be computed on the group. So now you can consider fourth, this one we executed, and fifth, this one we executed. Okay, so the sequence of execution of this query will be first from, second where, third where group by, and fourth group function will be executed, and fifth this order by clause will be executed. Okay, okay. Next, it is mandatory when we are using a group by clause, we cannot use a column alias. Okay, so that you have to also consider, because this will be eliminated by after the group by clause. That's why you cannot use it. Okay, now we have to see the example how you can perform, how you can utilize the group by clause, how it will happen. So from the previous example that we have seen, we have to identify the average salary of each department. Like we have to identify the average salary of each department. Okay, so you can write this SQL query. For example, select department ID and average salary that you have to identify. So two column we have specified. Okay, and now you can specify the table and then group by department ID, as we have to show the department wise average salary, or according to the department ID we have to show the average salary. That's why we have specified here department ID. Okay, here you can see we have applied this average function or aggregate function on the salary. Okay, so this function will execute when we have after creation of the group. So first this statement will be executed, second this statement will be executed. So on the groups, this average salary function will be, or average function will be, or average aggregate function will be executed. Okay, this will not execute on all the rows, it will execute on the group of the rows. Okay, and then here department ID we have specified, so department ID must be specified in the group by clause. Okay, as we have not applied any aggregate function on the department ID, so department ID we need to specify in the group clause. Okay, okay. Next example, you can see here we have to identify the average salary according to department by. So here we have not specified the department ID, but we have grouped the data or group the rows according to the department ID. Then in this case we are not getting department ID as a in the result. Here we are not getting, we are only getting average salary. Is it okay? We have not specified, है so whatever the column we are using in the group by clause, if we have not specified in the select list, then that column does not appear in the result. Okay, so that things you have to care. If you want to display that column, then it is mandatory to specify that column in the select list. Okay, okay. So here if you have any query, then please ask me till here.
sir.
Okay, group by का यूज समझ में आ रहा है ना?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So now you can see the table and then exercise it. Just retrieve a list of the highest paid salaries in each job. So we have to identify the maximum salary according to the job. So here this is a table. You can see in the job we are having a clerk. So there are 3 clerks, and then we have to identify the salary of according to the job. So job clerk, clerk, okay, clerk, okay, and then clerk one is another. So what is the first salary? That is 5,000. Okay, second is 1,500. Third is 3,000. Another is 4,000. So these are the value for the clerk job. नेक्स्ट इज क्या है जॉब अपने पास? मैनेजर है. तो मैनेजर में आप देखो, मैनेजर में क्या है? 1200. ओके, एचआर में क्या है? एचआर में क्या है? 3000. ओके, तो अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस जॉब, द रोज विल बी ग्रुप. तो ये ग्रुप बनेगा, एक ये ग्रुप बनेगा, एक ये ग्रुप बनेगा। अब आपको क्या निकालना है, हमको हाईएस्ट पेड सैलरी। अब अपन मैक्स फंक्शन लगाएंगे किस पे, सैलरी पे। तो मैक्स फंक्शन हमने लगाया किस पे, सैलरी। ओके, तो मैक्स फंक्शन सैलरी, तो वो मैक्स फंक्शन इस ग्रुप पे एग्जीक्यूट होगा। इसमें से हमको क्या मिल जाएगा, 5000। ओके, इसमें से हमको एक ही है तो एक ही मिलेगा, तो 1200 मिल जाएगा नेक्स्ट। और यहाँ पे एक ही है तो यहाँ पे भी एक ही मिलेगा। ओके ना, इज इट ओके? Then these value will be fetched, and then according to this we have to fetch one row according, we have group based on the job ना, तो इसमें से एक ही रो, क्योंकि सारा डेटा कॉमन ही है ना इसमें, then only clerk will be fetched. So here you can see according to the job, clerk यहाँ से आएगा वैल्यू, और मैक्सिमम सैलरी आएगी, मैक्सिमम सैलरी 5000 यहाँ से आ जाएगी, तो मैक्सिमम सैलरी आएगी। नेक्स्ट में मैनेजर का जॉब एक ही है तो एक ही आ जाएगा यहाँ पे, और वैल्यू आ जाएगी। ओके, नेक्स्ट एचआर आ जाएगा, एचआर में 3000 है तो 3000 वैल्यू आ जाएगी, और एचआर आ जाएगा। ठीक है, बट यहाँ पे यू कैन सी हियर व्हाट इज द ऑर्डर ऑफ द टेबल, डिफॉल्ट ऑर्डर, विच जॉब इज फर्स्ट अपीयर्ड इन फर्स्ट। Here you can see manager is appearing first before the HR, but here manager is displaying in the last with the HR. Why?
अल्फाबेटिकल ऑर्डर
नहीं, अल्फाबेटिकल से नहीं होता। Whenever you are applying group by clause according to the job, so the rows will be sorted according to the job. So job में automatically ascending order में sorting होती है। I have, I think, written this line. By default, rows are sorted ascending order of the columns included in the group by clause. Is it okay? So whenever you are specifying group by clause, so if you don't want to sort the column, or you want to sort the column in ascending order, whatever the column we have specified in the group by clause, that will be sorted default. There is no need to apply order by clause. If you are going to apply order by clause, then you can specify order by clause, then there will be no issue. But if you want to sort in descending order, then there is a use of order by clause. Okay, otherwise whatever the default order that is shown with the group by clause, that will be shown. Okay, order by clause you can use, that will override the sorting order what will happen with the group by clause. Okay, that's why we are getting. So अगर sorting करोगे ascending order में of this name, then clerk पहले automatically आएगा, फिर HR आएगा, फिर manager आएगा, because C small होता है, C का ASCII वैल्यू छोटा होता है H से, और H का ASCII वैल्यू छोटा होता है M से, that's why. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, you can see here. Next question: retrieve a list of total salary in each job. Now you want to fetch total salary in each job. तो क्लर्क के ग्रुप में जितनी भी टोटल सैलरी होगी, तो 1 2 3 4, तो इनका टोटल सैलरी निकालोगे, ये वैल्यू, ओके, एंड देन ये वैल्यू और ये वैल्यू टोटल हो जाएगा। टोटल सैलरी क्या आएगा, 4 3 कितना होगा, 7 7 5 12 एंड 1500 13,500 आ रहा है टोटल सैलरी। So you can specify
Yes, sir.
job, some salary from employee group by job. Is it okay ना? HR को तो सिंगल
Yes,
ही है, HR में सिंगल ही आ रहा है, मैनेजर में एक ही है तो मैनेजर में एक ही आ रहा है। Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Next देख सकते हो आप, you have to retrieve a list of minimum salary in each job, so you can apply directly minimum salary. Okay? Okay. Similarly, you can retrieve a list of average salary and count the employee in each job. You have to retrieve the list of average salaries and count of employees in each job. We have to do the two things. Average salary identify करना हर एक जॉब की, तो average salary हमने पहले किया था, तो job average salary इतना तो पहले किया था, and then we have to count the number of employee in each job. तो हर एक जॉब में जो काउंट ऑपरेशन होगा वो भी ग्रुप पे ही लगेगा, सो दैट्स वाई क्लर्क के लिए 4 काउंट हो जाएगा। ओके, क्लर्क के लिए 4 होगा, एचआर के लिए 1 और मैनेजर के लिए 1। ओके,
Yes, sir.
ओके, सो यू कैन सी अनदर एग्जांपल हियर। You can apply group by clause more than one column. अभी तक अपन एक ही कॉलम पे ग्रुप बाय अप्लाई कर रहे थे. यू कैन अप्लाई मोर देन वन कॉलम. सो दिस इज एन ओरिजिनल टेबल. इफ यू आर अप्लाइंग ग्रुप बाय ऑन ई नेम एंड जॉब, तो व्हाट विल हैपन, फर्स्ट ग्रुपिंग विल हैपन बेस्ड ऑन द एम्प्लॉय नेम. ओके, तो यहाँ पे ग्रुपिंग जो होगा पहले एम्प्लॉय नेम पे होगा, देन जॉब के बेस पे होगा. तो एम्प्लॉय नेम के बेसिस पे ग्रुपिंग होगा. देन व्हाट, हाउ इट विल हैपन, फर्स्ट ग्रुपिंग, कितने ग्रुप बनेंगे एम्प्लॉय नेम के बेसिस पे, मेरे को ये बताओ पहले. 5 ग्रुप बनेंगे, बिकॉज अजय और सॉर्ट इन ऑर्डर में आएंगे. सबसे पहले अजय आएगा तो अजय की लिस्ट आ जाएगी. ओके, और फिर कौन आएगा, ए के बाद एन आएगा. ओके, निकेश आ जाएगा. देन कौन आएगा, रवि या रमेश,
रमेश
एंड देन रवि. और कौन आएगा लास्ट में, सुरेश. तो ये आएगा, रवि में 2 रो आएंगी. ओके, देयर विल बी 2 रोज रवि के लिए. इज इट ओके? ओके, so in this, अब we are now you can see अजय का जॉब क्या है, अजय का जॉब क्या है, मैनेजर. एक रवि का जॉब क्या है, दोनों का सेम ही है एक्चुअली. यहाँ पे दोनों का जॉब सेम है, इस चीज ध्यान रखना. अगर सपोज करो इसका जॉब एचआर होता, देन व्हाट विल बी द इफेक्ट. अभी करंट में देखोगे रिजल्ट तो देखोगे आप इसमें, बिकॉज बोथ आर हैविंग सेम जॉब, दैट्स व्हाई इट इज सॉर्टेड बेस्ड ऑन द जॉब. तो यहाँ पे जॉब के पहले मैंने सॉर्ट किया ई नेम के बेसिस पे, तो ये रिजल्ट आया था, अजय, निकेश, रमेश, रवि. देन अकॉर्डिंग टू द जॉब वी आर सॉर्टिंग, तो अजय का जॉब मैनेजर ही रहा, एचआर हो गया, और रमेश, रवि एंड दीज आर द क्लर्क. तो इसमें कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ा. if I specify instead of this clerk, if I write here HR, then what will happen, बताओ, what will be the result of this table, क्या होता.
तो 2 अलग एंट्री हो जाती. 2 अलग एंट्री रवि के लिए.
बिल्कुल. अब यहाँ पे ऐसा लिख के आता, ये इसमें एक और रवि तुम्हारा होता, और यहाँ पे नीचे लिखा आता रवि, और यहाँ पे लिखा आता HR. इज इट ओके? और यहाँ पे फिर 1 लिखा आता, और यहाँ पे भी 1 लिखा आता. इज इट ओके? जब तक दोनों कॉमन नहीं होंगे तब तक 2 ग्रुप एक साथ नहीं आएंगे. इज इट ओके ना?
यस सर.
इसी में अब मैंने उल्टा सॉर्टिंग अप्लाई किया. मैंने लिखा पहले जॉब, and then we have applied e name, employee name. Then what will happen,
पहले जॉब के बेसिस पे ग्रुप बनेंगे,
जॉब के बेसिस पर ग्रुप बनेंगे.
फिर इन
मैंने जॉब के बेसिस पर ग्रुप बनाए
3
1 2 3 4, तो टोटल 3 ग्रुप बनेंगे. एक ग्रुप में 4 रोज आएंगी, और दूसरे ग्रुप दोनों जो रिमेनिंग 2 ग्रुप्स होंगे एक रोज आ जाएगी. ठीक है ना? नाउ वी हैव टू अप्लाई, वी हैव टू मेक ग्रुप ऑन बेस्ड ऑन द नेम. ओके, सो नेम के बेसिस पर ग्रुप बनाएंगे. देन फर्स्ट ग्रुप विल बी डिवाइडेड इनटू
4 रोज.
ओके, तो 4 रोज में डिवाइडेड होगा, तो यहाँ पे कॉमन वाले कॉमन रह जाएंगे. जैसे रवि, क्लर्क सेम मिल गया, तो यहाँ पे 2 रह गया, बाकी का डिफरेंट आ गया. बट यहाँ पे एक और चीज देखो, पहले जो रिजल्ट मैंने सॉर्ट किया था जॉब और एम्प्लॉय, ये सॉर्ट कर रहा हूँ, तो पहले मेरे पास रमेश आ रहा है और क्लर्क आ रहा है. बट प्रीवियस केस में मेरे पास कौन आ रहा था पहले, अजय. व्हाई इट इज शो, व्हाई
सर क्योंकि इसमें पहले ग्रुप बाय ई नेम पे लग रहा है, तो वो सेंडिंग ऑर्डर में
सॉर्टिंग
होगा.
ई नेम के अकॉर्डिंग हो गई है, तो वही डिफॉल्ट सॉर्टिंग का रिजल्ट आएगा. ठीक है ना? इज इट ओके ना?
यस सर.
तो फर्स्ट वाले के अकॉर्डिंग यहाँ पे सॉर्टिंग हुई, तो क्लर्क पहले हो गया. तो रिजल्ट ये ध्यान रखना है, ऐसे 4 ऑप्शन आ सकते हैं. आपको मैंने ऐसी क्वेरी लिख दी और ऐसी 4 टेबल दे देगा वो, और पूछेगा कौन सी टेबल आएगी. ठीक है ना? ओके.
यस सर.
ओके, नेक्स्ट देखो, व्हाट विल बी द आउटपुट फॉर द फॉलोइंग एसक्यूएल क्वेरी. अब बताओ, मैंने लिखा है यहाँ पे जॉब, एवरेज सैलरी फ्रॉम एम्प्लॉय, ग्रुप बाय जॉब, ऑर्डर बाय जॉब, डिसेंडिंग ऑर्डर. देन यू कैन सी इफ वी आर मेकिंग इट एज ए जॉब, डिसेंडिंग ऑर्डर मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा, और यहाँ पे ग्रुप बाय जॉब लिखा. तो पहले ग्रुप बाय जॉब करूंगा, देन ऑर्डर क्या होगा मेरे पास, पहले क्लर्क आएगा, फिर एचआर आएगा, फिर मैनेजर आएगा. ओके, बट हियर वी हैव अप्लाइड जॉब डिसेंडिंग ऑर्डर, तो ये फिर से डिसेंडिंग ऑर्डर में सॉर्ट हो जाएगा. ठीक है? तो पहले कौन आ जाएगा, मैनेजर, फिर HR एंड देन फिर क्लर्क। ये फाइनल ऑर्डर होगा जो ये आया। इज इट ओके?
यस सर।
ये लास्ट में मैंने ऑर्डर वाई लगा दिया ना, इसलिए। तो ऑर्डर वाई लास्ट में एग्जीक्यूट होगा इनमें, ठीक है? ओके, ये बताओ, ये क्वेश्चन है तुम्हारे लिए, जस्ट सिंपल है, बहुत आसान है। ग्रुप बाई खत्म करते हैं फिर। रोल नंबर, नेम, ईयर, ब्रांच, ग्रेड। क्वेश्चन नंबर 1, फाइंड आउट द मैक्सिमम ग्रेड ऑब्टेन बाय ए स्टूडेंट ऑफ ईच ईयर स्टडी। व्हाट विल द सॉल्यूशन? क्या होगा?
सेलेक्ट मैक्स ग्रेड फ्रॉम स्टूडेंट ग्रुप।
हमको चाहिए मैक्सिमम ग्रेड ऑफ ईच ईयर ऑफ स्टूडेंट, तो मैक्स ग्रेड और क्या चाहिए? ईयर, ठीक है, फ्रॉम स्टूडेंट
ग्रुप बाय ईयर,
ग्रुप बाय ईयर, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट बताओ, गिव द ईयर वाइज मैक्सिमम ग्रेड ऑफ CS डिपार्टमेंट। बताओ।
सेलेक्ट मैक्स ग्रेड,
सिलेक्ट, ईयर वाइज चाहिए ना, तो ईयर पहले ले लो, ठीक है।
ठीक है, ईयर मैक्स ग्रेड,
ये ध्यान रखना, जैसे यहाँ पे जो भी लिखा है ना, इसके अकॉर्डिंग आप देना रिजल्ट, है ना?
ओके सर,
है ना। मैक्स ग्रेड फ्रॉम स्टूडेंट। अब बताओ,
वेयर डिपार्टमेंट या वेयर ब्रांच इक्वल टू
CS कर दो, ब्रांच
ग्रुप बाय ईयर,
CS और यहाँ पे ग्रुप बाय ईयर, ठीक है। अब देखो, इसमें सबसे पहले ये एग्जीक्यूट होगा आपका फ्रॉम वाला, फिर वेयर होगा, तो CS वाले ब्रांच ही वाले स्टूडेंट आएंगे, बाकी के हट जाएंगे, ठीक है। अब ग्रुप हो जाएगा ईयर वाइज, देन ईयर वाइज ग्रुप पे फिर ये मैक्सिमम फंक्शन एग्जीक्यूट होगा, देन आपका फाइनल सिलेक्शन हो जाएगा। ओके, इसमें बताओ डिपार्टमेंट वाइज मैक्सिमम ग्रेड।
सेलेक्ट डिपार्टमेंट मैक्सिमम ग्रेड फ्रॉम स्टूडेंट।
सेलेक्ट डिपार्टमेंट नंबर कर सकते हो, डिपार्टमेंट नंबर हो तो, है ना, और डिपार्टमेंट नेम हो तो नेम कर सकते हो, ओके ना। डिपार्टमेंट नंबर एंड मैक्स ग्रेड
फ्रॉम स्टूडेंट।
डिपार्टमेंट क्या है? ब्रांच है, ब्रांच लिखना पड़ेगा अपन को यहाँ पे, है ना।
यस सर।
ब्रांच, और फिर क्या लिखोगे?
मैक्स ग्रेड फ्रॉम स्टूडेंट ग्रुप बाय ब्रांच
एंड ग्रुप बाय ब्रांच, ठीक है, ठीक है। ये इस टाइप की क्वेरी आएंगी, तो आप आई थिंक ग्रुप बाय का यूज आपको समझ में आ गया ना। अब ये वाला पार्ट है, ये मैं थोड़ा सा नेक्स्ट टाइम पे कवर करूंगा। अभी टाइम कितना हुआ
सर? हो गया टाइम।
चलो ठीक है। अब ये हैविंग क्लॉज है, ये आपके सिलेबस में नहीं है, कि मैं बाद में कवर करूंगा, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है अभी, है ना। तो एक बार अपन बाद में देखेंगे, इसके साथ में ग्रुप बाय को मिलाएंगे, फिर पूरा क्वेरी एक साथ लिखेंगे, बहुत सारे कॉम्प्लेक्स क्वेश्चन देखेंगे फिर, है ना। ओके
सर।
अब आपके फंक्शंस और रह गए हैं SQL वाले, जो अदर फंक्शंस थे ना।